I am. I'm just trying to explain how this Autowash machine works. It's a bit difficult because we can't really get far enough away to photograph it properly. But we'll have a go anyway. I'm going to open it up. Now I'm opening the door. Not too wide because there's a machine there. And inside is all stainless steel. Stainless spinning arms. They spin round when it's going. A bit later on in this video we will have it running so you can then see how they operate. This has got 3 conveyors running across the top of it. It's got vents in the top which are used in the drying process. The hot air comes in at the 2 end ones and it goes back out in the centre, so the hot air is circulated just as it would be in a conventional drying oven. As you can see, the spinner arms, both sides, the bottom and the top. We've got nylon bushes, spray jets with V-jets, and each jet is about 15 litres per minute. I'm going to close the machine up again now. This particular machine is bigger than what we normally make because the chamber is 2 metres and the whole thing is about 3 metres high, plus the ducting on the top which we use to vent the hot air. This is the control panel. You've got the PLC controls here. As it goes through its cycle, these lights will light up in each of the cycles that it's going through, which we'll show in a few minutes when we switch it on. In addition to that, you've got a manual override switch for each stage of it, so if you wish to, you could use it manually, but you don't need to do. You press the automatic button and the cycle is fully automatic. And you've got the temperature, which is displaying for tank A, the chamber, and for tank C. Round the back here we've got this particular machine. It's got 2 pumps, one there, one there. It's got a further pump which is attached to the filter. It's a cartridge filter system that you take the top off, draw the cartridge filter out, and it's easy to clean. All the valves are actuated valves, and they're in this portion here, behind here. It's also got automatic dosing facility, so that these that's a peristaltic pump which automatically doses tank A, and that automatically doses tank C. So at the end of each cycle the chemical is automatically topped up. I'm now going to switch the machine on and we can have a look at it working. So, it's best to start with. The first operation it does is to pump any waste material away that there may be any, and then the next thing that happens is that the burner pre-wash comes on. The reason that we have a burner pre-wash at this stage is to heat the chamber and the contents up to 40 degrees, which has the effect of softening any oil or grease or residues that may be on it, which makes the washing process easier. And the second reason is by heating it up to 40 degrees C, when we start to spray, we don't have the cooling effect that we would have if we were spraying onto a cold product. that's the reason we heat it to 40 degrees C, and that's set point there. So at the moment that is the burner is now lit, and it will just take a few minutes to reach up to 40 degrees C, and then it will move on to the next stage of the cycle. It's up to 40 degrees C now, so the chamber is now hot enough. We're now dispensing tank A. A tank A contains the chemical etch and a detergent. So this liquid then will be sprayed around, and it will wash it and do the first part of the chemical etching. This particular machine has been made to treat aluminium up to a comparable standard to what is known as the Qualicoat standard. And to do that, the first stage is a wash with a chemical etch and a detergent. That's then followed by two separate rinse stages, followed by a stage involving another chemical etch, followed by a final rinse, then followed by the dry off. So that's what's going to happen. At the moment it's dispensing a tank A. Inside the machine, and we can see the contents of tank A being pumped into the chamber, and in a second it's going to start spraying, which is now taking place now. So the spraying started, the spray arms will all be rotating, and we've got the first stage of the process. The spray wash is now complete, and the solution is now being pumped back into tank A. You can see the final bits are coming out of the bottom of the pipework. There's about 150 litres, I think, altogether, which is now being pumped back. Back to the control panel. We're now returning tank A. So it's quite easy to see what stage the cycle is at. We're now at the stage of the first rinse. We're going to be starting the first rinse, so water is now being pumped in. In a few seconds we'll be doing the rinsing. Pumps are just coming in now, and the first rinse is now taking place. The rinse stage is usually, it lasts about 2 minutes. As you can see, the spray rinse is on now, so that's indicating that stage. Of course, the machine is just on test in our shop at the moment, and that's why things are only on a temporary basis. All the service pipes are only temporary. We are going to make another video when it's installed in the customer's premises, but we thought we'd do this, which would just give you some idea how the thing works. The customer that this machine is going to is Qualicoat approved. They have an inline plant which they use for the normal production process, but it won't do very large items, so the reason they purchased this machine is to enable them to do very large products and treat it to the same stage as their inline plant does. So the company's already got the experience of working to the Qualicoat standard, and by incorporating the same features in this machine as what they have in their multi-stage inline plant, having the same amount of rinsers and using the same chemicals, the end result will be the same. Now, this is an overview of the machine, and you can see the ductwork which we use to move that hot air about. The burner box is situated on the top, and the tanks are built into the side module. Now on the heating process, we've gone through the various washers. The burner lit lights on, the burner's on. The temperature in the chamber is now starting to rise. This will go up to about 80 degrees, and it will dry the products in about 5 or 10 minutes. Did want to run this machine on a simpler two-stage basis, we could put a different memory chip into the PLC. It pretty quickly gets up to temperature, and in effect it doesn't really matter whether the products are actually bone dry when you take them out, because at about 80 degrees C the things are very hot and they're too hot to handle by it, and you've got to have gloves on, and the things will dry very, very quickly anyway, so even if you take them out and put them on one side, within a few minutes they'll be bone dry. That's about it really, so we've been through all the process. If you wanted to alter the timing, you can set the parameter, and we have a different timing block for each one. For example, that's set for 5 seconds, so if we wanted to go up to that to 6 seconds, that's all you do. In practice you would only occasionally need to alter the length of the time for the various washers. It's getting nicely up to temperature now, and the whole process is almost over. So that's it for this machine. I hope it's been a little bit helpful. Any questions, you can always get back to us.